Okay, last video, because I'm really getting tired of this shit now, for real. And the sun's going down, so there's no point in me being out here constantly talking. Anyways, first of all, shop with Laylash. I just feel so inclined to just say that, like, shop with Laylash. Look at my skin. Okay, now let's talk about balance. Not all things are bad, which is why I eat chicken like twice a month, because I'm learning balance, what's good for me and what's not. So I may eat chicken, but then I may cleanse, detox, I work out, I still eat my fruits and vegetables, and I eat meat or chicken. Let's just say chicken, because I don't really be doing nothing else. I eat it very moderately, you know, because you have to have, while you are God's child and doing all this fasting, it can have you in spiritual psychosis. You'll be way up there, and you'll just be, reality is like not real to you. So when things happen and disrupt you, when things happen, like, oh, you know, like, say you got into a fight with somebody and it's like, oh, well, that person wasn't good for me, or, you know, something bad disrupts your day and you're just like, you know, like, you feel like everything's not going the way that you dreamed it, way you planned it, you know what I'm saying? Because you're up there so much that you're just trying to take control. So you have to have some type of balance, you know what I'm saying? Like, just thinking that life is not gonna life because you're so spiritual, that is a major problem, and that's a balance problem. And I say that because you sit here and think, oh man, just because I'm so spiritual and I know, you know, to put God first, that I don't have trials and tests. Just because of that does not mean that you won't have trials and tests in your life. It's just the balance of saying, hey, listen, I do great things, I do good things, I do things that are of God, but at the same time, just to keep it in balance, I do the best that I can, but I don't shame myself when I do a humanly thing either. You know, like when you slip into depression for a day, like he said, what'd he say? Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. So God knew that you would be sad some days. You see what I'm saying? Just like he says, don't tell anybody what food is unclean. His word has never changed. You know what I'm saying? So it's still that way. So it's just like, you may feel like on this journey, I noticed before what took me so long to actually say, hey, listen, I'm doing vegetarian, or, you know what I'm saying, I'm figuring it out. What took me so long was when you're always on social media seeing content creators who base their content around food. I love it because I use some of y'all recipes, but when you put yourself in a niche, you tend to be held to a higher standard. Like, you have to just always portray just this image, you know what I'm saying? So if you see a vegan eating ice cream, you like, oh, is that dairy free? That better be dairy free, you know what I'm saying? So they can't also enjoy their human experience. One of my mentors always said, I don't want to look back at life, and always says, I don't want to look back at life and figure I didn't enjoy it. You know, of course, I'm going to do the high vibrational thing. I'm going to pray. I'm going to fast. I'm going to cut certain things out of my diet. But there are also going to be times where I am human as well. And God understands that. You understand what I'm saying? Where you have limitations, you have boundaries, you have standards. And just like the seasons, they change. And why I say seasons, because seasons take about 3 months to change. So you may end up, like, I went through my journal today, and there were times where I was very consistent with YouTube, and I was posting 2-3 times. You know what I'm saying? I was really starting to pick up the momentum. And then there were times where I wouldn't go, and I wouldn't do it for months. You know what I'm saying? And I just didn't honor that rest cycle. I beat myself up about it until I started posting again. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, as we're growing older, we grow into these different people. You know what I'm saying? So that's just really what it is. Like, have balance in everything. Some days you're going to be consistent. Some days you're going to slack off. Some days your body and your mind needs rest. Some days your body and your mind is like, hey, baby, what you waiting for? Because I've been out the bed 10 minutes ago. Let's go. Do it with the seasons. Realize that you're human. Just like gym people, or people who work out and they base their content around working out. You have to also understand that sometimes they take rest. You know, they may take a week or two off, you know what I'm saying, to let their body heal, to let their muscles rejuvenate, to actually gain that muscle. And they may not always say that, because if they post something different, you're going to suspect, oh, well, they're not doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of them, they can't be human. So I won't be placed in a box. Like, I just can't. Like, God has given me this spirit for a reason, just to be myself, you know. And that's what it is. It's about balance, you know. Anything too much can harm you, anything too less can harm you. Balance, have just enough, you know. And it's different for you. Like I said, I eat meat twice, 2 to 3 times a month, whatever. Don't count. I'm just playing. But yeah, and majority of the time, at least Monday through Friday for sure, I'm eating meatless meals. You know, I focus on my fruits and my vegetables. So, you know, just trying to not stick me in a box. Just like, that's why I'm like, I've been on social media, just finding out who I am, what I like, and without somebody saying, oh, I'm vegan, you should be vegan, or I'm vegan, I'm not telling you that you should be vegan, but look at what all this vegan stuff does for me. Cutting out the things, you know, that I kind of grew up on. It is what it is, you know. But it's all in moderation. Like, working out too much, you can pull a muscle, you know what I'm saying? Everything is in moderation. Everything good, everything bad, you know. I mean, listen. All right, I love y'all. I'm gonna see you in the next video. This is my last video for the day, so I hope I got it all out, because I'm just tired. Okay, anything else I'm probably gonna have to write down, but I done said that before and came back and still. But yeah.